and good evening. I'm gonna go ahead and add my Velveeta shells and cheese over here. Yes, honey, I make Velveeta. I do box stuff sometimes. I'm gonna leave this right here so people can know what that is. Let me grab my little holders. All right, so in that pot we put our shells and cheese. That one cooks a little slower, but we're gonna make some fried pork chop here, you all, and I have some baked beans in the oven, and you all will be able to see those. I added a little butter, a little mustard. I usually add barbecue sauce, but all I had was spicy. I added some brown sugar and some onion and bell pepper. So you all will see that shortly, okay? And definitely go ahead and feel free to share in the comment section what you're making for dinner or what you made. I never mind you promoting your own whatever, as long as it's something food related. I don't mind. Food related, so your spices, your seasonings, your cooking page, cooking channel, cooking group, I don't mind any of that. But don't come on here advertising makeup and things that don't have nothing to do with the kitchen or food, okay? All right, give me a second. Let me make sure I share it. I'm gonna pull y'all up. Okay. Miss Scott already? She said, I wish I had smell-o-vision. All right, so we're gonna come over here and season these chops up. I'm gonna go ahead and start our oil. Y'all know I like to cook on a number 8. I don't like it to be hot. Those are just shells and cheese. I love the shells and cheese. I won't be having any of that tonight. But when I'm cooking for my kids and sometimes for myself, I like them. I think they're good. The reason why this is such a successful brand is because people buy it. It's simple as that. Like anything else, people buy, it sells. All right, so here I have some assorted chops. You all know I like my chops to be room temperature. I do not like them to be cold when I'm cooking my meats. So we're gonna start with seasoning, and I'm gonna show you this from start to finish so you can see how they'll turn out. Saison Goya, remember, original, okay? Remember that, original. This is so cheap. You can get this for about $3 or $4 and you get 20 packets, okay? We're gonna use that, and we're gonna use our Goya adobo without pepper. You can get it with pepper, but I like it without. The only difference is it literally just has pepper in it. So we have our oil on, so we wanna go ahead and start seasoning our meat. So we're gonna season one side with one packet and the other side with the other packet. And I could have did all this beforehand, but like I said, I wanted you all to see it from start to finish. So you can't say, oh, I can't do that, or mine didn't turn out like that. Well, you watch me do every single thing, so I don't know what you did different. You see my chops here, room temperature. I'm adding a little bit of seasoning on each side. We're gonna get our gloves on and massage that in. I'm gonna use a little bit of my, let me show you what gloves I use. I like to get these from Walmart. They're the vinyl disposable gloves, powder free and form fitting. They're where your dish detergent and all that stuff is. They're right there. Okay, you can't miss them. They're inexpensive. Now, I'm not telling you to wear gloves, but this, that Saison seasoning, it kind of like gets on your hands. So I don't like to, it kind of stains it. You know, I don't like it to stain my hands. So we're gonna rub that in. Again, these are assorted chops, but I want you to see how these are gonna turn out, okay? We're gonna turn them over. We added that Saison Goya and our Goya adobo without pepper. Now, we're gonna add the other one to the other side, okay? Now, you can use whatever seasonings you like. You don't have to use this particular seasoning. I'm showing you how this turns out when you use this. And let's use a little bit. Now, I got to take this. I'm going to try to use this hand because I don't want to touch my container with my glove hand. And you see I'm not using a lot because you don't need a lot. That's the whole thing. This flavor goes a long way. Plus, we're going to flavor our flour. Okay? So that's why too. Now, mind you, we got our grease on, so we can't do too much playing around. Which we're not playing around, but you know, you can't take a long time. So here I just have an all-purpose flour. I do not use like a name brand, and I have a cornstarch. I like to just use all-purpose, self-rising, excuse me, freezer bag. I'm gonna add a couple of cups of my flour. Just like that, because we need enough to toss our pork chops in. Thank you for liking and sharing, and thank you for the stars. Ain't nobody send me no stars. Wait a minute. Wait a minute now. All right now, I ain't gonna say nothing. Okay, we're gonna add a little bit of our cornstarch. Now that wasn't much, so that was probably about a third cup. Okay, about a third cup. And don't take that the wrong way. You don't have to send me stars. Because I don't want nobody to think that. All right. 1 packet of Sazon. Okay. And I like to add a little bit more of that Goya. Now, this has salt in it. That's why you don't see me adding salt. You don't need salt, and you have salt in your seasonings. So you have to know what you're using and what you're cooking with. This has onion, garlic. It has salt in it. Let's see how much it is. The sodium is 520 milligrams per serving. Honey, you don't need no salt. You don't need no salt. So we're going to mix this around. Just like that. 1, 2. We could probably put about 2 to 3 chops. If we do the smaller chops, we can get 3 in there. So let me stir these shells and cheese. Y'all will be able to see that in a minute because I'm going to pull y'all back over. We're going to be back on the other side of that skillet. Let me throw this little stuff away. Put that away once I get those chops in there. All right, give me a second. Thank you all for taking time to come and join me, but I also want you to try this recipe because that's what it's really about. I enjoy you all's company, but I love to come on here and show you just simple ways to cook simple, delicious meals. But I want you to do it your way also. You don't have to do it my way. So let's put a couple of these chops in here. Let's go with this one. And when I always put 1 piece of meat in, I like to kind of shake it around with this chicken or whatever I'm cooking. Let's go ahead and with this one. Now this one's a thinner one. Let me see. We may want to go with this one. It's a little thicker. Okay, now that grease saying it's ready. It was just telling us. Like, come on over here now. Let's do 1 more chop. So one of them we'll probably have to take out early because these are a little smaller. Let's go with this one. But I want you to see how easy this is. So don't ever say you can't fry pork chops or chicken or whatever. Because yes, you can. So whenever something rises in you and tell you you can't do something, you have to, thank you for the stars. You have to say, yes, I can. When something says you can't do this, you have to say, yes, I can. That's what you have to say. Yes, I can. And this pot is my Velveeta shells and cheese. That's what I'm making for my kids tonight. They like it. I actually like it too. So. And here we have just vegetable oil. It is either Great Value or the Winn-Dixie brand. Because y'all know I don't buy, you know, it's either one or the other. But it is vegetable oil. And this is our cheese and our butter for that when that's ready. We shake around these chops. And that oil is just about ready. Who wanted chips? Chips or chops? Alana. Yep. She already know. I'm not a pork chop fan at all. I'll eat them, but I'm not a pork chop fan. It's Alana. Girl, she the other day told me, I want fried pork chop. I said, really? So let's drop that in there. Somebody know me, child, because I don't even really cook pork chop. One more. All right. Now I'm gonna move this back over here for a second and wash my hands. And y'all know we have to move that meat around so it doesn't get dark on the bottom. So we'll do that in just a second. I like to keep my space clean. And like literally, that's how I am, whether I'm on a camera or not. I promise you. I have to do that. I don't know if it's maybe OCD or whatever they call it. I know I had it real bad at one point. I really did with everything. So I've gotten a lot better. But that's why you'll see me wiping a lot. I just can't take it. Somebody said I love center cut pork chop. These are assorted. But yes, center cut is good. All right. I don't want no dark pork chop, okay? So I do recommend that you deep fry them if you're not familiar with it. Some people don't mind like cooking them in the pan and they get all dark and stuff like that. That's fine too. So it's your food. I mean, however you want to eat it is up to you. And those are just about done. We're going to drain that and add that cheese. Hi, Jane. Thanks for being here. I see you're new. Christine said, try it with French dressing. What? Try what? Mark, great minds think alike. Hey, Joanne from Chicago. Hold on. Somebody said, what were the seasonings for the pork chop? Thank you, Miss Glenn. That's right. Either way is fine. CJ, you got to try my beanless chili. It's so good. That's what I do. I do beanless chili. Because, honey, I don't like all them carbs. Now, I want y'all to see. Look at them chops. Look at that. Uh-oh. Let me put it back down. Hey, Lisa. Thank you all for liking and sharing. Christina said you had teriyaki chicken. Hey, Jacqueline Douglas. Hey, Shantae. I like your name. So as you can see, look at that. Look at those pork chops. And all you have to do is just make sure. Oh yeah. And they're going to be nice and juicy too. Look at this real big one. Look at that. So in the meantime, I'm going to drain these. Let's drain those shells and cheese. And I'm going to turn that temperature all the way down. I'll put it right there. We're going to add a little salt, pepper. No salt. No salt. Just enough salt in that cheese. And I added a little salt to my water. So I'm going to add some pepper. Hey, Myra. Hey, Miss Murray. Thank you so much. Karen made shepherd pie. You're welcome, Shantae. Yes, Crystal. Me too. I love salad anyway. Hey, Miss Cone. Y'all look at them pork chops. Look at them chops. Y'all better come through. And they're just about done. These are thin. These are not thick. So for those who just came on, these are thin, okay? They're very thin. They're not thick. So your thicker ones are going to take a longer time, okay? Hey, Patricia. Yes, Courtney, I recommend that. I recommend you try deep frying them. But you'll see how mine turn out. You can make your decision. I'll put a little butter in our shells and cheese. A couple of tablespoons in that. Don't ever feel like you always gotta bake some macaroni. Honey, they make this kind of stuff when you don't have all that kind of time. Ain't nobody finna bake no macaroni every time they make some macaroni. And I make an excellent stovetop macaroni and cheese, okay? That is not this, but it's a stovetop and it's really good. My recipes don't go viral for nothing, honey. You need to try it. You need to try it. And I give all glory to God because he gives me just simple ideas. And honey, I share them and it saves people a lot of time. If you could just get over people and say, forget what people got to say, I'm going to make this or I'm going to do it that way. I think everything got to be homemade. Sometimes it's a time for that, and it's a time to get on in the kitchen and get on out the way. All right, I'm going to take those chops back, honey. As you can tell, they got died on us. So let's turn it over. Oh, yes. All right, we're going to get ready to take those out, but let me go ahead and add a few more in. We'll do one big one. One of my small ones. And another small one. Okay. Now let me grab my little thing here. Hold on. Whew, hot. Lord Jesus. Now those are a little on the darker. Let's do a few more. I'm going to show you those up close though. Let me get these in the grease. We let those go a little longer. But I'm going to show you up close. I'm going to bring them over here so you can see them up close. And I don't know if I can get this bigger one in there. Let me wait for the bigger one. So here are these chops. The ones we just took out. Y'all can see. You may have to move your comments. So not dark, but I mean dark. But you have a nice, good on your chops. Is my internet working for y'all? Because let me know. Now I'm going to show you how I like mine when I ain't doing other stuff. Because I got a little distracted with some other stuff. But I'm going to show you with these how I prefer the color of mine to be. We got our Velveeta and cheese. Got baked beans in the oven. So let's put that there. Let me wipe off. And these are good. To me, they're darker. Can y'all see them okay? Okay, I switched over to my other internet, so let me know if that helps at all. I had to switch to my completely different internet. So give me a yes or no. Let me know if that's better. If it's not, I'll just end it. but that should help. I have 2 different Wi-Fis in my house. So if I'm on the one Wi-Fi, okay, let me wait a minute. Okay, someone says better. I switched to my other Wi-Fi, so let me know. Better? Okay, great. All right. Praise God. I have to remember that when I get on live too, to make sure I'm on the right Wi-Fi. Because if I'm on my Wi-Fi that's in my room, it's not going to work as well. That's why I be blurry and all that stuff. And I forget because I'm far from my room. So if I'm far from my room, the Wi-Fi is just not going to work. I'll show y'all those close up. Let's put this other chop in. And as you see, even though we're frying chop after chop, we don't have to worry about our chops being dark. Do you notice that? Look at these. Now that's how I prefer mine to be. Okay, I prefer my chops to be like that. Okay, I'll remember to switch to the right Wi-Fi. It's still kind of blurry, Joyce. Girl, they gonna have to owe me some money. Because, I mean, I'm paying for too much Wi-Fi for anything to be blurry. So these are the 2 we just took out. You may have to go out and come back in if it's frozen, unfortunately. So I try to do things on my end to make sure it's not messing up. Somebody said they like mustard. So I do apologize. I will again work on that and see what I can do better on my end, you all, because I don't ever want it to be blurry or anything like that. Thank you for being new, Miss Sherry, and everybody who's new. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Y'all look at that chop, honey. Honey, honey, honey. That's going to be a good one. Let me move these over. Look, it's going to be a new chop in town. Kenyatta said, I can't. Thank you, Karen. Watch this right here. Watch this chop that's going to come out of here. Look, can't get right. You looking? Thank you, Miss Sherry. Thank you, Tiffany. Hey, Miss Pearson. Thank you for being here, dear. They do. They do eat good every night. They just happen to get a mama who started cooking at 9 years old. Miss Myers, you can do it. Thank you, Kenyatta. Okay, now. Y'all, look at this chop. Y'all see that chop? Miss Scott. Thank you for sharing, dear. I see you. Hey, watching from the UK, Miss Emily. Thanks for watching. That's right, Miss May. Of course, fried foods are pretty quick. You know we can't eat them but once or twice a week, you all. We got to be mindful of that. So I try to let my kids know I understand fried foods are good, but we really got to limit that intake. We really, really do. No, Carlos, the cornstarch did not help with the color. The color of the pork chop, honestly, is from this. Okay. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Miss Erica. Hey, Niecy, Miss Marshall. Hey, Miss Scott. So as far as the cornstarch, that has to do with the coating. Miss Karen said, yum. We got to take this out. We about to take that out. These are so thin, you can't let them go a long time. They're thin. You want a pork chop sandwich, Stephanie? I was thinking about a pork chop sandwich. I said, that'll be good for them, honey. We got some white bread in there. Hey, Jasmine from Florida. All right, let's bring this over. Who want this one? Miss Lisa said, I love that season. One left to go. And I'm going to show y'all these baked beans. I'm going to make a plate. And I'm going to show you. This is our last pork chop. And it's a big one. And watch, it's going to come out pretty. Even though we fried all them pork chops. We kept it on a number 8. Even though we could have went lower, I can turn it down a little bit. I'm going to turn it down to number 6. No, Courtney, I did mainly flour. I did 2 cups of flour and like a 1/3 cup of cornstarch. Somebody said, ooh, we a sandwich. Hey, Gloria. Hi, Rhonda from Oklahoma City. Gina said, me. I move it around because we do have that old flour selling at the bottom. And I do not want it to get dark. A couple of them did kind of try to do that. But if you move it around and kind of flip it over, you can help that from happening, okay? Help keep it from happening. Hey, Stephanie from Tabor City. Yes, Miss May. Absolutely. If we limit ourselves, we'll be okay. Thank you, Miss Norma. Absolutely, Miss Pearson. Thank you for the hearts and everything. Somebody said they want a pork chop sandwich. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at that pork chop. Look at that pork chop, honey. Good, Miss Adams. It's just with the coating, Teresa. So for me, I like to, when I want like a coating that's not too heavy, kind of like a balance of kind of thick and kind of thin, I go with the cornstarch. That's what I do. Hey, Murtis, thanks for joining us. Monica, I'm telling you, it's Facebook. Hi, me child. Myrtle, I did not use mustard this time. Hey, Tyree from Birmingham, honey. It's already starting to float because it's so thin. This is vegetable oil. Somebody said hot sauce. I got it. Hot sauce, white bread. I got you. Thank you for the stars, Miss Robinson. Hey, from Louisville, Kentucky, Miss Miles. Oh, yeah, Tammy. I love my cast iron, too. Hey, Angel from South Carolina. You said, I thought you was making them bring what making. I don't know what you were saying. I love fried pork chop, Miss Deborah. Hey, Miss Graham. All right, you all. So, y'all see these pork chops. You got that sazon. It's a very thin chop. I'm going to turn the grease off. It's already floating, which is a great indication that it's done. But these are so thin. That's why, okay? These are very thin. They all look so good. Let me bring this one over so we can have room for our new pork chop in town. You just frying canola. Hey, Angela from Chesapeake. Thank you, Marcia. You're welcome, Patricia. Hey, Marissa from Houston. Thank you, Miss Cribs. Sure can. Ashley said you can also smother them. That's absolutely correct. I don't know what they're going to eat. I'm good so on that. So whatever they don't eat, they can definitely be smothered. But to be honest, with my oldest daughter here, I don't know if there's going to be anything left. We'll see. Because she takes it for lunch. So we're going to take this last one out. I'm going to give y'all a close-up. I'm going to show you all these baked beans. And I'm going to let you all go. I appreciate you all for giving me a few minutes of your time today. Let me move this over here so you can see. Ooh, it's hot. And I'm going to take those. Oh, yeah, the baked beans are definitely ready. So let me bring y'all over here first. Y'all can still hear it if you be quiet. You hear it? Somebody said they want that one. That's yours? Or this one yours? Which one you want? This one? Or this one? Or that one? Or you want a smaller one? What you want? or a more crispy one. All right, so let me show y'all these baked beans real quick. There are those chops. Let me grab the baked beans out. And again, with the baked beans, I did some onions and bell peppers, brown sugar, mustard. I usually do barbecue sauce, but I didn't have any that wasn't spicy. Ooh. My God, it's hot. I'm gonna sit this right here. I'm about to bring y'all over to see that, because, all right. So here are the baked beans. Just some simple baked beans with the bacon. So it has bacon in it. It has onions, bell peppers, a little butter, a little mustard, brown sugar. I didn't do anything too extravagant at all. That's it. Okay. These are shells and cheese. I did the box shells and cheese. That's all I did. And we got the pork chop. They have white bread. They have hot sauce. Now, I'm not going to turn the camera around because I had to, you know, I'm not frying in my wig. Y'all know how they go. Ladies, we do not fry in our wigs, do we? So I hope you all have a great rest of your evening. Remember, don't let anyone steal your joy or your peace. Why? Because they did not give it to you. Have a great rest of your night. Love on your family and your loved ones. We don't know. Tomorrow is not promised. And I'll see you all tomorrow if it comes. Okay? You all have a great rest of your night.